Hello and welcome to Bristol, baby! Site to
Woo.
race number 3 of the 2008 NRSL Cook Vanilla Cup Series. And joining me once again for the duels here tonight is Stephen Paul III,
With better internet.
hopefully. So, in Duel 1, this is the final race where we're setting where the duels lineups were set based on the owners and then they qualified the cars. Bill Braddock Jr. will start on the pole, and I don't know why I'm doing this, but this way. But anyway, he'll start alongside Time Pollard, William Brock, Stephen Paul III, row 2, with Gene Sanford and Henry Sanford, row 3, Zachary Fitzwater, Ethan Kiterman, row 4, Ryan George, and Ali Nelson in row 5. And here's the rest of the starting grid as I hand it over to Stephen.
So it's going to be very interesting. Last season, we saw a zilch amount of passing, but as you can tell by the skid marks, Charles did some great work to the I-9. We're going to have an interesting race. Some guys in the back, Mary Shelley, Sky Commons is a former winner and got a second place 2 seasons ago here. So it's definitely going to be very interesting trying to get you away. You got to get to that top 18, but at a tough track like Bristol, you got to avoid the wrecks and the damage to get up there. So it's going to be very interesting around that bubble right there.
And we are running with cautions.
Yes.
So
We're not iRacing.
So the top 10 in points coming into this one, a lot of them I think are running in Duel 2 right now. JT Bryant leads the points, and he's the only driver who can actually not fall out of the top 30 in points, no matter what happens in these duels. So even if, well, actually, hold on. Here comes the command to start engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
So what I was going to say was, even if he missed the race, which the 42 is actually even locked in, so it doesn't, that null and void. But even if the 42 had missed the race, he would not have been able to fall out of the top 30 in points, which is good news for anyone else that didn't want to see the 42 ever have to resort to being locked in no matter what.
Yeah, exactly. They were happy to see the 7-8 in the back.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I guess some people might be. Depends on where they're at. Chris Wilson, Derek Hamill, Jessica Shelton, Jeffrey White, Adam Flickinger, Jackie Tang, Henry Sanford, Alexander Rowe, Isaac Flickinger were the top 10 points. We'll have to keep that in mind as we go on through the day, because obviously some of those drivers not necessarily locked in. As the green flag is out, and we're underway with Duel 1.
No, Braddock missed the first race. I believe Braddock had a good Atlanta. Is he up there? Where did he finish? He had a top 10, I think.
Braddock did not finish in the top 10.
Oh, no. Trouble.
Yep, and it's the 05, Henry Williams in the 18.
Oh, God.
Oh, Amy Shelley. Up
Oh, that was
the catch fence almost.
all I see in the background was someone just dying in the camera angle.
Seth
Holy
Cole
crap.
is involved. He's got damage.
That is not good for Seth. And don't plow. Okay, no plows.
On the bright side, if they did, I was informed of a better way to actually prevent that. So Henry Williams, the Indiana Jones Toyota with damage, as well as Charles Stanford, the USBC Chevrolet, and Amy Shelley in the 78. So with that, let's take a look back at what happened to bring out the yellow, and we'll bring you back for the restart. And we're back. Here's what happened coming off turn number 2. The 18 is going to make contact with the 19 of Zach Rogers, down into Kira Arenthate in the 37.
Wow. What a save by Rogers. Oh, my God. What a huge hit.
And up the track, sliding William Duncan just barely misses it. What a miss by Jonathan Zorline as well.
What happened to the 37 car? We've seen him spin. I don't know if we... Oh, my. Look at Amy. She's Eric McClure in it.
Amy Shelley just could not avoid the 05. Although, to be fair, all things considered, I think she got off really easy for what she could have had happen.
And remember, she is 18th in points after the win, but she has 2007 points still. So this team needs to make this race, and we still got the 37. I want to see if he got hit by anybody too.
She did, let's see. Spinning back around. Logan York and William Duncan.
Oh, and Duncan's missed 2 out of the last 3. Duncan finished 3rd last week, I believe. So that's tough. Right, Cole's in the wall. I don't have the Seth.
I don't know either, because we saw him with damage, but he wasn't involved in that wreck. Oh.
Logan Rourke. And Seth can still miss this race too, so that's not what Seth wants.
So Seth gets kind of door slammed there by the 02, and that sends him up into the wall and just wall rides it.
Oh, Max Anderson, what a save.
And with that, let's take you back to the restart, because I didn't even think about who my onboards are. And so that's going to be another thing where you get to see it in post-production. I don't even know who they are yet. And we are back. Henry Williams and Charles Sanford out of this race after the incident, which means Henry Williams, 37th in the points, will be headed to the DNQ race. Charles Sanford going to have to wait and see if his points are good enough. 41st place points there. They have DNQ'd the first 2 races of the season. It does not look promising yet for the third race. Bill Brack Jr. is your race leader over Stephen Pollard III, Time Pollard, Gene Sanford, William Brock, Ethan Keiderman, Henry Sanford, Ali Nelson, Zachary Fitzwater, Alexander Rowe, Jeffrey White, Ryan George, Derek Hamill, Matt Duncan, Zach Rogers, Mark George, Brian Hart, and Alger Baranowskis in the transfer spots right now.
Yep, so let's see if they race a little more calm as the green flag is
and we're back to racing once again. Here come the Red Bulls battling each other almost as they went into turn 1, or at least Time Pollard was peaking for it.
Yeah, let's see if these drivers race a little more calmly off this corner. Whoa, 50.
Fitzwater dove it in there on the 40.
No craps given right there.
Jeffrey White, Alexander Rowe battling for position, as well as Ryan George stuck on that outside line right now.
Transfer spot stays the same right there as I see the old 2 in the fence back there.
Ooh, Ryan George tried to fall back in line behind the 6, but wasn't quite clear.
My God, that 49 is loose as here comes Hart. It's Brian Hart, not Bret Hart.
As Baranowskis and Pretty Shaw right now battling for the transfer spot.
Yep, right there as Zach Rogers falling back. He needs to make this race.
And this is great news right now for Mary Shelley fans, as Mark George right now is in the was last scored in 15th position, meaning that would lock Mary Shelley into the race if the result holds there.
The 87 needs to get 18th, so he needs to get a little work going.
Just trying to check up here at the front, see what's going on up here. Nothing's really changed yet up there, surprisingly.
Great run by Matt Duncan in the 6. He has missed both races, 17th and the owner point, so I'm glad to see him up there.
17th
Whoa,
in
it's gonna be
points despite missing both races?
No, from last season they were 17th in owner points. Yeah.
Max Anderson was scored in 18th that last time by.
Zorline's in the back there. He missed Daytona.
And Ryan George finally gets the move to work. Now he goes underneath. And now that's a battle for 17th, as here comes the 07 of Peter Onjek, who's missed both races so far this season.
Watch, the second duel is going to be a clean race because Robert's in it.
As the 07 now should move into the top 18. Yes, he did. Exactly 18th. So Max Anderson now on the outside looking in.
And the 07's missed both races to start the season, so he wants to make this one.
Wants to ensure he makes it at least. As battling back here, there's Kira Arenthate and William Duncan right now.
Ouch, poor Duncan.
And I'm kind of shocked by this.
And we're resorting back to 2007.
Seth Cole now trying to battle with Zach Rogers.
Well, looks like
we'll have to wait
good
and see.
on Jack.
Shelley trying to move her way up through the field. Here comes Sky Commons now making a move for that spot.
I mean, Amy's got fresh tires, so she has a shot to get up there.
That's assuming she pit.
I'm pretty sure she did. She had pretty good, considerable damage on that right side.
Maybe.
I can tell you my
field is now single file. As I say that though, battle possibly for third. Gene Sanford's peaking on Time Pollard. I mean, to be fair, I will say this: it would make sense that the drivers in the top 18 would try and get single file.
I can send you my D&Q I9. As everybody in the field is now single filed out here.
Just trying to look for just somewhere that they're trying to maybe set up a pass.
So how you?
To be fair, I think this was more set up for the full distance race.
How you guys all doing during your self-quarantine?
As Ryan George right now trying to make a move for 16th possibly on Alger Baranowskis.
Well, it's good for Onjak. He needed to make his Zorline. He's going to be in danger. I believe he does have the 25 points from last year, so he's not that much screwed.
Correct. As Adam Flickinger, Amy Shelley, Zach Rogers now battling for position.
And if you guys wreck, that would be great.
Logan York on the outside looking in right now in the 0-2.
Zach Rogers, man. Brett Mama is ahead of him in points, and he's missed both races.
That's talking about the 96, yeah.
Rogers is falling back, and Man, it looks like everybody's self-isolating and they're staying 6 feet apart from everybody like real life.
Ryan George tried to make a move on the 11, but wasn't able to get there.
Ooh, he got loose. Ryan missed Daytona. No, he missed last weekend.
Atlanta.
Actually. Yeah.
This would make
Barely
2 out of 3. For Ryan George, comes into this one 35th in the points, so must make for them, really.
They barely made Daytona. Anderson, he missed. He actually won the DNQ race last week. Furniture Row swept last week in DNQ and regular, but they don't want to have both cars miss it.
As Pretty Shaw now makes the move on Jonathan Zorline. That's for 20th.
Yeah, we've seen some Civil War in Hendrick this week. We don't want to, if Seth takes out the 88, that's not going to be good.
Right now, this is where the battle would be if they can get there. We'll see if the tires end up meaning something. Who knows?
Yeah, if you change the tire, tire grip a little bit might help it. But Sky Commons, he's a former winner in the field here. He's back, and that's going to be a DNQ if he can't get up there.
I thought for a second there might have been caution for some reason.
You got your extra pair of shoes to throw on the track, Charles?
I'll be honest. This was working really well. This I was really working well for the full distance race.
I'm just busting your ass. Some of my DNQ races were pretty shit last season.
I mean, you can't get them all right anyway, no matter what.
No, especially
we'll be working on it.
At least this is better than that road course we both fell asleep at last year.
I mean, they're at least all close still. Right now, the best battle looks to be for 15th. Brian Hart is definitely holding up the 11 of Baranowskis.
Bret Hart theme music intensifies.
Ryan George also in that mix. And then Peter Onjak trying to look on in the 18th position. 20 laps to go in Duel 1.
Fluid reported in turn 1 from the spotters.
I highly doubt. Ryan George now trying to make a move on the 11 again. Unable to get there for now.
Yeah, you just gotta be careful. If you're up here knowing everybody's single file not gonna wreck, I would just take it easy, Ryan.
As trying to make the move. I mean, remember, this is for starting spot as well.
Oh! Jesus, Ryan.
Ryan George throws it in there on Baranowskis. Now can Baranowskis fall back in line?
And of course, a Kev Shear driver would cause the caution, just like the Daytona 500 last year.
Didn't cause the caution. Falls back in line in front of Onjak though.
And and the 11's got to make it in too. They're not really secure at points either.
I don't think the 11 has. Well, the 11 has some points, but now here comes Onjak in the 07, and that's going to open the door for the 87 of Max Anderson.
Oh, Max Anderson just sniffing at the position, and here he comes.
Here comes the 87 with 15 laps, now 14 to go, I believe.
I'm hearing.
So 15 to go. Max Anderson now into the transfer spot. Here comes the 01 of Pretty Shaw, who's locked into the race. Throws it in on the 87.
Oh, Pretty Shaw's not going to have a lot of friends after this one.
At least definitely not at Furniture Row.
They're not going to be buying Denver mattresses.
Meanwhile, Jonathan Zorline, Seth Cole now making the move. Anderson throws it back in there on the 01. Oh, whoa. Baranowski's up the track. There's 3 wide at Bristol.
Oh, did everybody get the funny flakes out or something? Oh, my Lord.
Business is picking up here in the late going at Bristol, though, apparently.
You think?
Battle for the 18th position between the 01 and the 87.
Yeah, the 01 doesn't need 80s. I mean, if I was the 87, I'd be pissed, too. I'd tell the 01 to screw off.
And that's going to open the door for Zorline. Baranowski's finally got back to the inside line.
Now, Zorline's not got good. He has decent points, but not great points.
And the 88 comes into this one
21st
in the points.
Where the hell did he come from?
Sky Commons throwing his name into the mix. Amy Shelley's back there.
That's not Amy Shelley. That's William Flickinger. Adam Flickinger, actually.
That's what I was looking at right there.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the 12.
As Pretty Shaw now falls towards the back. Adam Flickinger's season opening takes it.
Sky Commons, literally, he was 26 like 5 minutes ago.
And now is 19th with under 10 laps to go, trying to chase down the 87 of Max Anderson.
I'm telling you, he must have been saving his tires or something. Ryan George has got by 55.
Has caught Brian Hart, who Ryan George has now dispatched to 55.
Didn't Braddock win his duel last week too?
Yes, he did, and still currently leads. You haven't missed anything up front.
Okay,
In fact,
so
actually, he's starting to catch the tail end of the field.
the 7 looks
Zach
like as
Rogers is
a
on pit lane. When
poor
did
Zach
that happen?
Still caution.
4 laps down, so that. Wow.
So the 7 looks like unless they blow up, they're going to be in the race. So that's going to lock in Ambrose.
And Peter Onjak now has passed the 55 of Brian Hart. Hart tried for the crossover unsuccessfully.
Even though Seth is in the back, the 00 was 13th, so that will lock him in.
So it looks like Seth should be able to race at least, so that's good news for them. Brian Hart's going to race their way in. 4 laps to go for Bill Braddock Jr.
And Max Anderson is living on the prayer. He's literally singing Bon Jovi right now.
As trying to hope that the 38 does not have enough left in the tank to catch him, or that he can catch and pass the Napa Auto Parts Toyota.
So is Amy Shelley going to the 87 car after if he misses the race? If she misses the race?
I mean, we didn't do that at Daytona.
Oh boy.
Mark George right now would race in, which would lock Mary Shelley into the field.
Correct, in the 08 car. As
Hamill.
Oh, Rowe is up there too. Rowe will be locked in
2
too.
laps to go, and coming to the white flag, Bill Bragg Jr. has lapped the 02 of Logan York.
And that's to the house for Logan York and the 37.
Kira Arenthate as well.
88's going. No, actually, I can't say that yet. Oh
And
boy.
off turn number 4, Bill Bragg Jr. will race his way into the Bristol race. I can't
Back
say
to
it.
back. He flipped the Daytona and then he's won 2 straight duels, so I guess he's gonna flip next week.
And
Well, that was
18th was Max Anderson.
How about a great job by Matt Duncan? I want to give a shout out to him. He had his confidence derail and he made the race.
So Bill Braddock Jr., Stephen Paul III, Gene Sanford, Time Pollard, William Brock, Ethan Kiterman, Henry Sanford, Zachary Fitzwater, Ali Nelson, Matt Duncan, Jeffrey White, Alexander Rowe, Derek Hamill, Mark and Ryan George, Peter Onjak, Brian Hart, and Max Anderson race their way into the field here for Bristol. It will be the series debut for Matt Duncan and Peter Onjak. Don't see anyone else that raced their way in. That's, and then definitely going to the house will be the 78 of Amy Shelley, the 37 of Kira Arenthate, the 02 of Logan York, and the 18 of Henry Williams. We'll have to wait and see. I think with enough people there, we'll lock out the 05. I think
the 11 and the 11 and the 31 are gonna be sweating bullets too.
Probably. But with that said, that is it for duel number 1. We might just off camera look to see what happened to the 19. It looks like it probably was just a standard pit stop, but I could be wrong. But with that, we'll be right back for duel number 2.
Drivers, start your engines!
Command has been given for duel number 2. And here's the field as they roll off. Delon Abrahamian on pole for this one alongside Tristan Wilhoit. And look at the field as they roll off. And things happened.
I'm just saying, if Robert makes the field, this is gonna be like the Gabe Williams reaction.
Except the tables will have turned, and I'm gonna be the one cursing out the world.
Where's Levi? Can someone get Levi in the chat, please?
As this much I can tell you. I don't remember exactly the who are there, but Rob Evans is one of the drivers that has to race their way in despite having points. Zach Rogers is the lowest in points coming in that could still make it on points, and the green flag's out for duel number 2. Lord help us all.
You're gonna have the best reaction. I think he's probably gonna wreck at turn 3.
Oh boy! There we go.
No! Awesome! Oh my God! Huge wreck! Oh no! And that's no caution, too. Wow.
He stayed green for that because it was at the back of the field by the time he got on the track. Tough break for the 96.
And they're gonna die this time by nope. And Robert's in the transfer spot still.
Well, last time by he was in 17th. Isaac Flickinger to pit lane in the 2.
We did not pay Penske Racing at all.
So issues for the 2 and the 75's on the bottom. What?
He's passing Jack James. Let's go, Robert. Charles is having a meltdown. He's gonna have an. Oh no! This is where the end of it right here. Oh no! Saved it. Charles is having an aneurysm in the booth. 4 wide. Oh no! 77 in the fence. Oh shit!
I'm just genuinely speechless.
Robert's holding off. He's at 13th. Let's go.
That car's not supposed to do good. Jack James is 18th.
Well, motor doesn't matter at Bristol.
Oh no! Jackie Tang.
He needed to make this race on time. Oh no! This is the big one.
The caution is out.
They're racing back to the line too, and that's gonna slow up cars.
Delana Brahimian wins the race back to the line.
What the hell is happening?
Jackie Tang.
Oh no!
Race.
And he's 8th in points.
And the field will slow down. They're not gonna plow. It looks like.
Well, the 70 might.
But that's what's left of the NOS Energy Chevrolet of Jackie Tang. It's gonna be a DNQ for the 50.
Oh, that's a tough break for them.
They were 7th in points actually coming in.
Well, they might still be top 30 depending on the DNQ results, so all hope is not lost for Tang.
Depending on who DNQs.
Yeah.
And all that. That's going to be what matters for the 50.
So who is even left in the race? We see the 2-car pit.
Chris Louvier's on pit lane.
Tire. You blew a tire. You need tires, you idiot.
Tire issue for Isaac Flickinger.
You need a tire, you idiot.
And that's going to be him to the house as well.
And the 96 to the house. A third straight.
With that, though, let's take a look at what happened to bring out the yellow for the first time tonight. Or for Duel 2, I mean. Coming off turn number 2, Jackie Tang's going to clip the 43 of Chris Louvier as they go down the back straightaway, although that was pretty far down the back straightaway, actually.
Chris Louvier, a former winner at this track, not going to look like it happened today as Tang comes up the track and then Turner nowhere to go.
And then Shelton nowhere to go either.
Hard hit. Deaver in the fence up there, too.
Oh, wow.
He's
So with that, so we have the 43, 41, 21, 50, and possibly even the 33 involved, 96 involved in their own incident will not finish. And let's take you back to the restart. And we are back. Chris Louvier is 1 lap down, so his hopes of making this race are slim to none right now.
Well, maybe not. Maybe he could get past the leader, but I'm not sure. He got a lot of damage on that car.
Well, the car looks fine from there, but we don't know what's going to be going on underneath the hood of that 43. Delon Abrahamian, Dylan Young, Smed Ozkan, JT Bryant, James Qualls, Austin LaPlante, Tristan Wilhoit, Tim Randolph, Sam Young, Steve Pollard, Kyle Matthews, Kenny Moma, Robert Pollard, Rafael Leduc, Matt Dixon, Rob Evans, Jack James, and Chris Wilson are in the transfer spots.
Well, there goes Rob Pollard's hopes.
As gets shoved up to the outside there by the 45. Looks like Louvier is actually holding firm.
Whoa, Qualls. Oh, no. This is going to be death.
Austin LaPlante in the middle of that, and the 43 is definitely not speed. 3 wide again.
Oh, no. Here goes the field, guys.
Robert Pollard has fallen back to the 22.
We've restored hope in humanity here.
As I think that's William Flickinger passing the 75 for the transfer spot.
Yeah, we're going back to reality.
So the 75
well, maybe not.
Out in the field, and the 75 would go home.
I'm telling you, these guys are racing harder than Duel 1. Oh, Louvier in the fence.
And Louvier almost. Jack James nearly made contact there. The battle for 18th is going to rage between Ambrose and Jack James, 3 wide behind them.
Yeah, someone put Robert up the hill right up there.
So now Ambrose will try and pass the 28 to put himself in the field.
Yep.
On speed, or on points, or whatever you want to call this, I guess. I don't know.
And how about Johnny trying to put him on
Gardner
point?
trying to go and race his way in, trying to pass the 9 car. These are the 2 cars that are both locked into the race no matter what.
Oh, man.
3 wide between James and Adam McDowell.
Oh, the 9 car is junioring it up there. Oh!
Caution is out once again. And Chris Louvier, Jack Halleck involved.
Chris Louvier, what are you doing, mate?
And
Leduc up to 6. Where did he come from? He restarted 18th.
As they come across the line, Gardner scored in the 18th position.
How about the 45? He's in 6th. He was 18th on the restart. Holy crap, Leduc.
He was 14th, actually. He was right behind the 75.
Oh my lord.
So with that, let's take a look at what happened between the Toyota Certified Services Toyota and the Hamburger Helper Dodge to bring up the second caution of Duel 2. Well, when you're as slow as Robert Pollard, why not turn a lap car for good measure?
Well, he was trying to get some Hamburger Helper from Toyota dealership right there and just, finished
And
him
then
off.
also
Oh,
finished
boy.
him off too, yeah.
Well, rule one of stock car racing is learn how to take yourself out without wrecking somebody.
Well, Pollard managed to succeed at that. It's the one thing in his career he probably has succeeded at.
Besides 3 wins, but who counts?
I mean, he still finished dead last in points.
Very true.
And so with that, let's take you back to the restart. And we are back. No new retirees. Delon Abrahamian is still the leader. Dylan Young in second. Samet Ozkan in third. JT Bryant, Alston LaPlante, Tim Randolph, Sam Young, Rafael Leduc, Steve Pollard, Kenny Moma, James Qualls, Rob Evans, Tristan Wilhoit, Chris Wilson, Matt Dixon, Kyle Matthews, William Flickinger, and Johnny Gardner currently in the transfer spot. So you look at the drivers who still need to try and race their way into the field. They're back there. And Louvier now going to be even more damaged this time as green flag is back out, and holy moly.
Yeah, he's gonna kill somebody's run on the bottom side. Oh no.
As Randolph and LaPlante. Randolph's going to send the 43 up. And LaPlante's going to get hung in behind him.
Oh man, Steve Pollard, smart move to the bottom, and LaPlante is not happy with Chris Louvier.
Probably not. Contact around goes to 77.
Oh, what a save! They saved it.
48 did
No
it.
way.
Oh, Kyle Matthews will not race at Bristol.
Oh, and Jesse Turner's destroyed too. I mean,
that
racing's
might
been
send
good.
the 41 to the house.
It's just because of the 43 car, but he's going crazy.
Well, we'll see if that one. I don't even think that one had anything to do with the 43. 43 wasn't even back there yet.
Oh my God, this has been insane. These guys. Oh, he's pitting.
No. And now let's take a look at what happened now. And we're back. It kind of starts back here because Rob Evans gets up and into the fence. There's 3 wide. Flickinger gets loose off the bottom.
And in the transfer
into
spot
the 48. Then Kyle Matthews trying to save it.
Flickinger
huge hard
damage.
hit it into Rob Evans. Mary Shelley gets a piece of it in the 08.
Man, Johnny Gardner crapped his pants.
And then Kyle Matthews trying to hold the brake, and Jesse Turner in the 41.
Tough break for Turner right there. And that's going to be a second out of 3 DNQs for the 48 car.
Yeah, and they came into this one, looks like 36th in the points. Jesse Turner came into this race 27th in points, and I'm pretty sure will DNQ as well. So with that, let's take you back to the restart. And here we go again. We're back once again for another restart. Delon Abrahamian is still the race leader. Dylan Young still in second. Samet Ozkan, JT Bryant, Jim Randolph still the top 5. Sam Young, Rafael Leduc, Steve Pollard, Kenny Moma, Austin LaPlante now back in 10th. James Qualls, Chris Wilson, Matt Dixon, Tristan Wilhoit, Rob Evans, William Flickinger, Johnny Gardner, and Mary Shelley in the transfer spot. And a look at the drivers trying to race their way into the field that are not yet in. And we're back to racing once again.
Yeah, we'll just see how the 43... correction, he was not part of the last caution. That was my fault. False judgment right there.
As actually being held as a pick on the bottom there.
Yep, as people are going to pass him here. There comes the 60 car on Louvier right there.
Now
Steve
he gets
Pollard
stepped up to the outside.
And well...
And Leduc now getting caught in behind his own teammate.
We saw Civil War at Hendrick. What, are we going to have Civil War at Petty Enterprise?
We might very well. I mean, granted, they did get the 49 in the field though this week.
I'm telling you, oh my lord, the 45 is so slow.
And right now, Mary Shelley was still in the transfer
43.
spot. 43 is in the wall.
43
They were nearly
so slow.
4 wide off the corner.
Oh my god, Louvier is so slow.
Well, to be fair, that one was
Thanks, Louvier.
And I mean, to be fair, I think that's just more going back to where he was destined to be at.
Wow, yeah, you're very true.
As right now, nothing going on up front. The battle is for 10th, actually now for 11th. Matt Dixon is back there. Kenny Moma now trying to make a move on the 77.
Everybody racing aggressively, but I don't blame them. You want to get in this race.
I mean, everyone wants to win at Bristol.
Yeah, that's very true. We got that nice
Adam
trophy.
McDowell now in the transfer spot in the 44, passing Rob Evans.
The 70 has the
So-
7. Yeah, that's Matt Dixon. They made both races this year.
Matt Dixon now into the transfer spot. Here comes Marcus Ambrose in the 9 trying to pass the 09.
3 wide.
And remember, Rob Evans has to make this race in to be able to actually race on Sunday, and he failed to qualify last week.
Yep. Oh, 27. Way up that hill right there.
Last week had the embarrassment of actually finishing behind the 75 in his duel. Now this week, too much damage really on that 09 car.
And here comes Jack James. He also missed last week from being the Daytona 5
Kenny
pollster.
Moma's trying to fall back in the 10.
Yeah, he was up the hill too. Mary Shelley, that's what people high in Nona points wanted to see. Mary Shelley in the top 18.
Yeah, I believe if Mary Shelley, right now, just looking at the standings, if the 08 can race in, that will lock the 21 of Jessica Shelton into the race.
Yeah, because the 10 car is falling like a rock on a Tuesday.
As
God.
MoMA's getting ready to be passed by the 70 of Matt Dixon. That is for 18th spot. And right now in 19th is going to be the 28 of Jack James.
Jack James is coming right here. And Rob Evans finished third in the 500 too, and he's not doing too hot right now.
As James just now passing the 9 of Ambrose, who will now fall victim to the 09 of Rob Evans.
It's amazing with all that damage, he's still fast.
At least somewhat fast.
Jessica's passing some cars back that way. I think her and Robert are moving through the field. I didn't catch that.
The 99 of Will Hoyt now starting to fall back. He's on
That's
the outside
not
line.
Will Hoyt needs to make this race.
And by the way, no, they're still back there, 24th, 25th. As McDowell now tries to make the move on the 99, not able to keep the nose in. And Kenny Moma's still hanging on to the 18th position for now. Jack James is hunting him down, though. McDowell now makes the move again on Will Hoyt.
Oh, Will Hoyt's not going to appreciate that move right there.
That's going to put the 99 on the outside. Dixon nearly made contact with the Dish Network Ford.
Oh, my God. He almost went flying.
Here comes the 10, and that's going to open the door for the 28 of Jack James to get in there.
Yeah, but that's what Jack... Oh, Jack. What are you doing, Jack?
Well, now he's going to peek it in there. Oh! Will Hoyt tried to shut the door. Fair play on him.
There goes that Roush family technical support.
But Will Hoyt gets the move back done.
Oh, my God. You don't win a Daytona 500 and cannot block Jack James.
Meanwhile, up front, nothing has changed. Other than the fact that they're getting ready to catch the 43 of Chris Luger. Robert Pollard has actually made a move on Marcus Ambrose, though.
And Marcus Ambrose is at the Golden Gate Bridge again.
Cole Deaver trying to catch Rob Evans. And this right now is the battle for the transfer spot, as they've now just hit 3 laps to go for these guys.
Come on, Jack James. Jack can do it. I mean, oh, boy.
Jack James in a must-race-in scenario. 99, not much better.
Yeah, not better at all.
2 laps to go. And it comes down to Roush versus Yates.
Yep, if they wreck.
Move for 20th.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Leaders
trying
on
to
the white flag lap.
Jack's got to throw it in here.
Can Jack James make a move on the Dish Network Ford on the final lap?
Oh, he's there. He's got to bump him.
Delon Ebrahimian wins. Samet Ozkan makes it a 1-2 for DEI, but Will Hoyt will take on the final transfer spot.
And Jack James to the house again.
So the drivers that will race in the for Bristol, Delon Ebrahimian, Samet Ozkan, JT Bryant, that raced their way in, I should say. Tim Randolph, Dylan Young, and Sam Young, Steve Pollard, Austin LaPlante, James Qualls, William Flickinger, Johnny Gardner, Raphael Leduc will make his series debut. Chris Wilson in the 22. Mary Shelley races her way in. Adam McDowell, Matt Dixon, Kenny Moma, and Tristan Wilhoit race their way in. Jack James will D&Q. Cole Deaver will go to the house. Rob Evans will not qualify. Neither will... Actually, I can't say that. Jack Kellick, not yet out. Marcus Ambrose will have to fall back on his points. Robert Pollard and Chris Louvier will have to go to the D&Q race as well as all 5 drivers who did not finish this race, none of them will make the Food City 500. I believe is what we called it. So.
Yeah. Let's see. So the 7 raced their way in. The 42 did. The 01 did not. Then 000 did. The 9 falls back. The 5 falls back. The 15 made it. The 60, yeah, they were 4th. So let's see. Dylan
So
Young
I
was
think it's
there.
probably easier just to wrap this up, and then you'll see the starting lineup right after
Yeah.
we sign off,
Oh,
because there's a lot that we can probably figure out.
My final thoughts, it was a good race. Duel 1 was tame. Duel 2, I was expecting this as everybody going hard. Robert Paula tried, but then he failed. Jack James, another race to the house. But can't wait. 125 laps at Bristol, a couple pit stops, and a lot of angry drivers. We might see another fight. Who knows?
Just might 125 laps in store on Sunday night for the Coke Vanilla Cup Series. But for now, I'm Gordon Fan 1. This has been a production of the NRSL. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. For Stephen Paul III, this has been a production of the NRSL. I'll see you guys next time.